coming to you live from the Bambi Trailer Park in Idaho. Well, we're not actually live, but I'm only doing one take of this. I'm not going to do it, multiple times. I'm going to show you guys what I eat, stay lean, stay strong. What we did today is we did a 3.5 mile run over to the gym. I live about 3.5 miles away. I did arm day, supersets, bicep and tricep, ran back. It's about a 6 mile run altogether. So I come home and I make dinner. And you gotta fuel your body to perform. So what I usually like to do, lately I've been doing more of a keto thing. I don't do many carbs. You can do carbs if you want to, but I found that I've been performing better doing just protein, high fats. So I get the pan going here. Anybody can do this, by the way. It's easy. We're gonna make this dinner right now in under 10 minutes. Quick. Don't go to Wendy's. Don't go to the drive-thru. You're pumping yourself with crap. Don't do that. We got a nice ribeye here. I don't know if you can see that. I like the ribeye. It's a good cut, fatty. Fat is good for the testosterone. So we're gonna put some butter in the pan. I use this. I can't believe it's not butter. It's lower in calories, lower in fat. And make sure the pan's nice and hot. And I was being fancy today. I don't usually eat ribeyes. I've been calling it fighter fuel. Literally, it's a meal under $7, and I'll show you how to make it. One of these days, I'll make another video. But this is a treat for me. And it's just me here. I'm just by myself. I can get fancy. There's no reason to. If you're just by yourself, you don't have guests, you're not entertaining anybody. I was a chef for a little bit. Worked under a professional from the Culinary Institute of America in New York. So you can do things, heat the pan up. You can sear the steak, you can deglaze with some port wine, some caramelized garlic, maybe some shallots, and mix in a little bit of heavy cream and some butter. Make a au poivre. But we're not going to do any of that tonight because I'm a simple guy. I like to keep it easy. You want to put your hand over the pan, make sure it's hot enough. You want a nice sear on the steak. It's about hot enough now, so we're going to sear it. I like to put a little bit of pressure so it ensures that it gets a nice sear, you know what I mean? Right. Salt and pepper, again, nothing fancy. I like the taste of the meat and fat. That's enough flavor for me. Alright. I use a kosher salt. It's a thick, coarse salt. And while that's going, I like to do some avocado with it. Some greens, some healthy fats. So I got 2 avocados here. Now while that's searing, I'm gonna go get these ready. Plate. I don't know if anybody ever showed you this trick, but I like to cut the avocado open, like so. That one's a little bad, but we'll let it slide. So you cut the avocado open, get the core out like that. I like to take it usually. You can get a little fancy rather than scooping it out. You can do the little lines, you know what I'm saying? Kind of fans out when you put it on the plate. Get that going. Man, it's hot as hell in here right now, I'll tell you what. My AC went out the other day. I'm in North Idaho. It's almost 100 degrees out there. I ain't complaining, I'll fix it. The joys of owning your own place, huh? This one was a little bad, so I'm going to throw it out. Alright. Now, we're going to flip it around. Do the flip. Try not to get hot oil and fat on you. Unless you're some sort of sadist like me. But anyway, nice sear. Very nice. Fat. Kind of caramelized on the outside. Not too bad for a pan sear. Perfect. It's perfect. Perfect pan sear right there. Alright, so while that's going, again, like I said before, I've been doing a keto thing. I don't really like to label it. I just like to eat what I feel my body performs best with. I do carbs. I kind of do carbs on and off. It just depends on the meal, you know what I mean? If you keep your carbs higher, you're going to have more retention in your muscles from the carbs. Been trying to get a little bit leaner lately, so I've been lowering my calorie intake quite a bit. Actually, I was eating only one meal a day for about 2 weeks, because usually what I do is 8-16, kind of a form of intermittent fasting. I don't really do it like, oh, I'm going to do intermittent fasting. I don't really think about it. I don't get hungry in the morning. I don't really like to eat in the morning. When I do eat in the morning, I feel somewhat run down and just, spikes my blood sugar. I don't feel like I'm on it, firing on all cylinders. So I usually wait till about noon when I'm at work to have my first meal, and I'll do a light lunch, maybe sometimes a little bit of a bigger lunch. And then I'll come home and I'll make dinner for the night. And then I'll do a little dessert, and that's a whole day for me. So if you're looking to lose weight, eat a little bit healthier, I try to make things that are as natural as possible. High protein, get rid of a lot of the stuff like I can't believe it's not butter. Figure out little ways where you can reduce your calories, reduce your fat intake. It's things that you wouldn't even think about, just switching from regular butter. Do whatever you want. You can find little ways here and there. I like to think about it like this. Your calorie intake for the day, it's like your bank account, right? You want to expend more calories than you're taking in. Just like with your bank. You want to grow wealth? We can all be frugal. It's not about being frugal all the time, but you want more money coming in than you want going out. And that's how you're going to create wealth, create higher income. Same thing with losing weight. You have to expend calories, whether that's running, doing some sort of aerobic activity, or just through your diet if you're not burning tons and tons of calories. This looks about done now. Put this here. I like to take the fat and butter, kind of, do a little, pour it over like that. 6 eggs. This can get a little bit messy. Sometimes they come out good, sometimes they come out a little broken. Try to get them on there pretty quick. The eggs cook quick. Yeah, so whatever it is that you're doing, high fat, low carb, moderate carb, high carb, overall you just want to limit the amount of calories that you're taking in if your goal is to lose weight. My goal is to stay lean. I like staying lean. I'm not really trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I do a lot of combat training, a lot of fight training. So there's kind of reasons why I do the things that I do. And you have to ask yourself, what is your goal? What are you trying to get out of all of it? And then eat according to that goal. If you don't really care about your body fat levels and you don't want to look good without a shirt and you just want to be Mr. Powerlifter, then slam yourself with calories. I mean, I think that's probably an unhealthy thing to do, but I like having a six-pack. The ladies I'm seeing like that I have a six-pack. So, to each their own, But if you want to get in shape, you're going to have to exercise a lot. I exercise every day. Some may say I may overtrain, but I don't care, because I like to push myself. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in overtraining. So we got the eggs are finishing up here. Almost done. We got 6 of them. And that steak is cooling off. You gotta let it rest a little bit with the meat. You let it rest, builds up the flavor. You know what I'm saying? I got these like shitty knives. They kind of suck. But I like the, like the Outback Steakhouse knife. When I eat my steak, I like that one better. I'm gonna do that. I like my eggs a little runny. I don't really cook them all the way through. I always do sunny side. I know everyone's different. People do over easy. Some people I have over, they're like, oh, do an over easy egg. Scramble. I like scramble. But like I said before, I'm a simple guy, easy. Just crack the egg, cook it, done. Get the pan hot, sear the steak, boom, done. You don't gotta get all fancy, I'm not trying to impress myself over here, The thing is, you're gonna do things more consistently the easier they are. So the easier you can make it to eat nutritious, balanced diet of whole foods or foods that are good for you, the easier you can make that, the easier it's going to be to follow that. And you have to break that pattern. You have to break that pattern of the junk food. Cut the junk food out. I'll tell you this right now, okay? When I first started training, I was like 145. I was a skinny toothpick with a fat-ass gut. 145 pounds, right? I was eating like this, like I eat now. And I was running almost every day as well. I'd say 6 if not 7 days a week running. I'm talking 4 to 7 miles. And weight training. 6 days a week. So, after doing that and limiting my calories but keeping my protein intake very high, I was able to shoot up to 185, 190. I went up to 200 at one point. But I don't really like when I get up to 200. I don't think I look really good because I get a little bit of, I get some body fat, and just personally, I think I look better lower in weight but more cut, because you can see more muscles when people are leaner. I just prefer to sit at that weight. Like 180, 185 is perfect for me. But everyone's body type is different. It's going to be harder for some people to lose weight. It's going to be easier for some people to lose weight. I wasn't genetically gifted with a six-pack. It takes a lot of work for me to maintain a six-pack. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I was not genetically blessed with that. I know dudes who can eat like whole pizzas and shit, milkshakes, and they'll just be fucking ripped all year round. That's not me. So you got to tell yourself, you got to just be honest with yourself. Like, what are your genetics? Because, maybe that's the case. Maybe you're going to have to work 10 times harder for something. But then ask yourself, what's the big deal in doing that? Why not work 10 times harder for something? Doesn't it make it that much more valuable to you? You can do it. You got to change your language. You got to start telling yourself that you can do things. That's the first step right there. It's hot as hell in here, man. So anyway, this looks about done. And I don't think this is going to fit on the plate. So we're going to get a second plate. Plate number 2. Alright. I'm always, it's like hit or miss with this. Sometimes I get it perfect, sometimes I just break them. But that time it's good. Perfect. I'm going to move the camera now, get a little bit closer. More one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? One-on-one with your boy. Eating dinner. Here we go. North Idaho. Baby. How does it look? More like that. How about like that? How's the angle? Good angle? Like I said, one take, baby. That's it. Dinner with Chase. Here we go. Of course, we can't forget. Man, it's so hot. It's so hot here that my sodas aren't even getting cold. That's how hot it is in my fridge. My brand new fridge. Sodas aren't getting cold. But at least I have a free sauna, huh? So anyway, here we go. I got the Sprite Zero. Some people get all like, all antsy about the zero sugar, the aspartame, all that stuff. I don't really care, man. I put a lot of worse things in my body. I've read a lot of evidence saying that actually aspartame is completely fine for you. A lot of those studies that they've done have been on people that are, first of all, already overweight, already had health problems. I'll take my chances. The World Health Organization says that, aspartame causes cancer, but they also told you to jab yourself with a bunch of fucking experimental chemicals, and y'all fucking did that. Y'all probably go to the gym and fucking light up a smoke right outside. Oh, heavy lifting day, and be like, oh, no, bro, zero sugar, bro. Zero sugar, bro. Aspartame, bro. Cancer, bro. Nah, dude. Who cares, right? I mean, is it the best thing for you? No, you should probably drink sparkling water. If you're that concerned about it, drink sparkling water. Simple fix. But I don't give a fuck. We're gonna see how this is cooked here. And I like mine, like a rare, medium rare. So I don't know if you can see this, but oh man, oh baby, look at that. Oh yeah, oh I just dripped fat and juice all over my floor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Oh yeah. So anyway, this is what I eat in a night. Like I said, I kind of rotate between different things. Excuse me. I find myself eating a lot of similar things just because, like I said before, I could get all fancy and I could make a lot of dishes that are very eclectic and make them healthier and find ways to make them more for people that are into being fit. And, I might do that at some point in time. I've been thinking about doing that quite a bit, actually, writing a cookbook or something like that. But when it's just me, and when you're by yourself, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be more beneficial to you to just keep things really simple. Stick to the foods that you like. What are the healthy options of things that you like? And that's going to be subjective and arguable. Some people don't do red meat, and there's other things you can do, but you want to keep your protein levels high, beans, whatever. You know, whatever your dietary needs are. You want to keep your protein levels very high. That's number one. And number two, you want to get foods that you like, obviously, but you want to get those and change them up ever so slightly so you can stay consistent with it. Because the more you can stay consistent with your diet, the better off you're going to be. Because if you're going to the gym, you're putting all this effort into training, into doing all these things, you got to think to yourself, like, more than half the battle, more than 50% is what you're actually putting in your mouth. That's going to determine what your gains are, what your strength gains are, what your body composition is going to be. So it really makes a difference. So the more consistent that you can stay with it as possible, the better off you're going to be. And real quick before we go, because I'm going to finish this up, I'm not going to, stay here eating with y'all. Maybe I'll do that in another video, but I like to do the Halo Top. It's 330 calories per pint. I was eating this when I was 145 pounds, and I went up to like 185 and had abs, and I eat this probably every day. I like little sweet treats. Ice cream is good when it's hot as hell outside. So that being said, I'm going to finish my dinner here, y'all, and hope you're doing well. Train hard. Get out there. Change your mindset. Tell yourself you can do things. Tell yourself you are worth it, and you'll be very surprised at the progress and the changes that you can make for yourself. But it all starts with you, with your mind. Get after it.